My name's Tor, and the first 30 years of my life have been crazy. By the age of 30, I have given a TEDx talk. I have spoken to 500,000 people live on stage in India. I've traveled to 28 different countries. I've had a boxing match. I've been featured on live TV. I've worked at Google, one of the biggest companies in the world. I've given talks at Oxford and Cambridge universities. I've built a six-figure business in less than 6 months. And just this year, I started the year by fasting for 72 hours. As crazy as life's been, how do I achieve these goals? Well, I have a bucket list that I keep. This is a list of every single thing that I want to do before I kick the bucket, before I die. I break this list out yearly. What do I want to achieve by the end of each given year? And then I break that list out into quarters. So what do I want to achieve by the end of Q1, which is January to March, end of Q2, April to June, and so on. Every single week, I write down what I need to do that week to move me towards those goals. This is what I've consistently done for years that has brought me to be able to achieve all of the things on my list of goals. Today, I am going to share with you 5 of the goals that I have for 2025. Starting with goal number 1, winning 2 boxing matches. Now, I mentioned that I've been in a boxing match before, but it didn't go to plan. I actually ended up losing that match in the first round. I was knocked out in the first round of that boxing match. I had only had 8 weeks of boxing training experience prior. So, to be honest, the result was kind of what you would expect for someone with little experience. But boxing was one of the most challenging, most enjoyable experiences of my entire life. And it's not something that I'm looking to quit. So, what I'm planning to do is win 2 matches this year. Because I lost one, I have to make up for it. So not only do I have to win one, I have to win a second one through scheduled matches, official bouts, or through interclubs, which is when people at your boxing club go to another gym and fight people in another boxing club. These are hosted quite regularly throughout the year, so there'll be lots of opportunities that come up for me to do it. But in order to get to that level, I need to be training daily. That is to be shadow boxing, cardio, sparring. I need to have the right level of recovery. I need to do all of these things. I'm also training in one of the UK's best fight gyms with a pro boxing coach. I've trained with this same coach now for a couple of years, and it's getting me to the level that I need to be at to achieve this thing. But everything needs to have a plan. It needs to have a structure for it to actually work, which brings me on to goal number 2. Healing my knee. Now, this is important because I've had a knee injury since the age of 19. I injured it playing football when I was 19 years old. I'm now 30. So this has been 11 years that I've had this injury. And it was a meniscus tear. When I went to do a MRI scan many, many years ago on it, it turned out as a meniscus tear. And I've just been living with it. I've been managing it. I've boxed with it. I've done long distance running with it. I've done all types of stuff while carrying this injury, been in the gym, everything. Problem is, I had a recurrence quite recently, and this has completely put a halt in my boxing training. I couldn't boxing train at all. So I've had to get help from a physio. I'm now following a structured physiotherapy program to heal this knee, but it needs to be healed once and for all. I recognize that this injury is not just going to go away overnight. It's not even just going to go away over 6 weeks or 6 months. It's going to be there, but every day I want to leave that day knowing that my knee is stronger than yesterday. So I'm going to incorporate low impact exercises, no more running. It's going to be mostly rowing, swimming, stretches, and some physio exercises that I've been given. And then I'm also going to regularly meet with the physio to monitor my progress. I take everything seriously. I will invest where it's necessary to make sure that I get the outcomes I want, because these goals are what I want for my life. And that comes on to goal number 3, becoming a certified hypnotherapist. Now, this is personal to me because I have listened to affirmations or hypnotherapy audio tapes since I was 16. I attribute most of my success of the goals that I've achieved down to me finding out about positive affirmations, finding out about hypnotherapy, and then self-hypnotizing myself. I am hypnotized at every stage of the day to achieve the goals that I want. It's been like that since I was young. How am I going to do it? Well, I've already started a hypnotherapy certification in 2024, last year. I just need to finish it. And then I'm going to create my own self hypnosis audio tape personally to use on myself for boxing and potentially for other areas of my life as well. I know that this is a strategy that was used really, really well by Mike Tyson. His coach, Cus D'Amato, used to actually hypnotize him prior to fights. So this whole idea, something I do want to leverage for sure. And then just integrate hypnotherapy into my daily routine. Maybe once a day I listen to my audio. Maybe once a day I actually do a real life practice on myself or on other people I know. This needs to become a part of my life. For this year, I just want to focus on hypnotizing myself. In future years, it's going to be something that I'm going to do for other people, potentially as a service. Who knows where this goes, right? Once you're certified, the world is your oyster. The fourth goal, kind of related to that, is I want to learn to lucid dream. And the main reason for this is because I see dreams as 8 hours every night where you go into this realm and you don't really have control over it. You don't really know what's going on, and stuff just is happening to you. What if you could take the power back and you could use your dreams as a place where you can solve problems, where you can come up with new ideas, where you can train, where you can practice, where you can learn to box better? I believe that you can gain control over your dreams and use them for personal development and insights. I don't think enough people think about it that way. So what I'm doing now is maintaining a dream journal every morning. First thing when I wake up is writing in my dream journal what the dream was about. And then I want to learn lucid dream techniques. You can learn some of these on YouTube. I have friends that lucid dream. I could ask them how they do it. I want to learn some of these techniques and start applying them, and then practice visualization and reality checks as part of the process. And last but definitely not least, I want the ability to live in any country of my own choosing. Creating a lifestyle where you have the freedom to move is wealth in 2025. That's what wealth is, having the ability to live where you want to live. For me, I've already written out exactly how my average perfect day, how my average ideal day will look. I know exactly the amount of expenses I would need. I know exactly what I'd be doing every single day. I know exactly what types of environments I'd be in, what types of foods I'd be eating. I know all of that information. I've spent 30 years figuring that out and optimizing for that. Now, what I need is to have a lifestyle where it facilitates me being able to live in any location so that I can execute on that lifestyle. This doesn't mean I have to move today, not by any means. Right now, as I'm making this, I'm in London. I could stay in London for as long as I want. I could be here forever, or maybe I travel to different places from time to time. It's entirely up to me. The main thing is having the ability to live anywhere that I want. The way you do this is you secure a reliable remote income. That's the way you do it. That could either be through, for me, sales is where I built my career, or it could be through business activities. It could be for a number of different factors. One thing I want to do is explore Malaysia in 2025. My girlfriend is going to Malaysia to be a school teacher over there. That opens up another door. Malaysia is one place that I've never been to, but everybody speaks to me and tells me that it's an incredible place to live. Even though for me, my first choice places were actually the ones listed here: Dubai, Bali, Spain, South Africa, and also potentially Thailand. Those are ones that I listed out based on places I'd been to that I absolutely love. Malaysia is another one that I should definitely consider, given that I'm going to have the chance to see it. I should see, is it a place that's livable long term? And as long as my life is simple enough, minimalist enough, I can do what I want. Keep the expenses to where they need to be. Don't spend ridiculous amounts on things. I don't anyway. Focus on what I enjoy in life. That's my boxing, my hypnotherapy, those main things, and just continue to achieve my goals in the way that I want to achieve them. Super simple.